Hello and welcome back to Geezer Gamers. Today we're playing some more Tower Tactics Liberation, and we just unlocked this new deck at level 20. The Early Bird has a relic, Yellow Feathers, draw one more card each round, obtain one less mana each round, and is full of a bunch of zero cost, Spike Thrower, Thunder, Beam Cannon, and Ponder. I did go ahead and take off the +1 starting mana, -4 max health, just because we do have starting mana anyway, and we don't need a lot of mana in this deck, so cutting health seemed like a bad plan. That being said, we might, let's see here, we might cut a little bit, a little bit of max health just for a little more regeneration, and give that a try. And I just had to throw some crystals in there because that's all I had. So let's jump on in. Let's see here. Get a random card, remove a card in your deck. Is there anything we want to cut? I'm not opposed to cutting. Although in this case having multiples isn't bad because it lets us get to our level 3 towers a lot faster. I did learn recently once you get to a level 3 tower it actually cuts the card from your deck. Let's just take the crystals, I think. I don't think there's anything I want to remove just yet. And we can hit this to this, maybe hit the shop if we have enough crystals to matter. Throw down some spike throwers, beam cannon, we'll go ahead and ponder. The beam cannons do reduce the amount of mana you get each round, but it doesn't stack, so... Oh, I actually earn 0 mana each round, that's awesome. Alright. Curious to see how this will go. Get the spike thrower in. Get some more beam cannon action in. They do actually a healthy amount of damage. Should be pretty easy in the beginning at least. Let's see, since we will be cutting our mana, maybe Care Package isn't the way to go, although in general Care Package is a really good card. I'll take the Care Package, just in case. We're not transforming. I hate that wormhole event, it's awful. Check out the shop. Every third spell cast gain 1 mana. I do have 0 mana cards, and so actually that's really good because it'll let me cheat out a little bit of additional mana. Increase the number of cards and trinkets. All cards in your starting hand, each combat costs 2 less. Mystical Feather is so stinking good. It's not very good in this because there's only 2 cards that actually matter. So we'll take the reusable mana here. I want to make sure we hit this rest site. Upgrade a stat, some more armor pen, that's fine. Go ahead and grab an enemy. Alright, so here, let's start with Care Package. More mana, that's funny. Let's ponder. We can just get beam cannons and spike throwers down. And we are, of course, on Ascension 0 because it is a new deck, so I don't expect this to be too terribly difficult. Care Package here. We actually have a scrap recycler. Nice. Care Package again. And just keep throwing down the goods. Didn't wind up needing that. Inhibitor won't... I guess we do have some stuns. It'll do a little bit. This is one of my least favorite maps, by and large. Another Isochron. Ooh, we got a Ruthless End here. And I could add another beam cannon. No real reason to. I do like Guardian Angel. It's just too expensive. This deck does not generate mana, so I think we will skip it. I could take the Fireball. It does cost mana, but it could be good in a pinch. We'll just skip all that. Don't need the shop this go round. Doesn't hurt to visit it though, but I don't expect to be able to buy anything. We could buy Mystery Boost, not what we're after. Let's go ahead and get these down. Just ponder. Go ahead and care package. Sure. This does seem pretty ridiculous on Ascension 0. Because you do just get so many towers. And Ascension 0 does not take a lot of towers to be good. Whoops. Just do that, that's fine. Oh. Pay attention. Don't let the stealth guy sneak through. Alright, there's our 3-star beam cannon. Hold up. I wonder. Maybe it was just the one. I'm gonna take another ponder. Let's see, enemy elite, elite. Yep, we'll go this way. Beam cannons. Hope for a good one here. It's alright. It's good enough. I don't know if each individual card can get to level 3. Oops, I should have pondered and dumped more stuff, but that's okay. Run down. I'm gonna put a lot of thought into this. I will switch these though, so that these stuns happen further back. Oh, I should be casting those thunders no matter what for the mana. That is actually a mistake. Whoops, that ponder was wasted. Shouldn't matter too much though. I will skip. Don't need to dilute the deck too much. Pop in here. Open with care package. Happens to be a beam cannon, of course. Ponder. Hit. Beam cannon. Care package. So the sniper back here can pick up stealth units for us. Or pick off stealth units for us. Beam cannon. Throw down more spiky boys. Oh, that's already upgraded. More spiky boys. Riftmaker's pretty solid. But it is a little on the pricier side. We'll skip it for now. Go and pick up the elite fights. Ponder. Go ahead and we get a free Riftmaker. We'll just move him back some. Ponder again. Spike throwers it is. Just want to always be casting our spells so we get that mana. Never sad for a life absorber. Spike, beam, beam. So I can throw this back here. Holy Executioner at the end. So if anything does sneak through. Wave that to clean it up. If you haven't tried this game out, I really do recommend it, and can't actually recommend it enough. It is a ton of fun if you're into tower defense games. There's a lot of customization. Would like to find a non-dispel card draw card at some point, so we can get more of these going. I think the cards that summon units are a little stronger, a little too strong almost, compared to a lot of other cards. If you agree or disagree, let me know down in the comments below. Mystical Feather, all cards in your starting hand cost 2 less. That could be good. I mean, it's free, so I'm happy for it. Just pass on these. BF Rifle, basically almost never get to cast. I guess it does make my Ponders free, so that's nice. And it could potentially make a care package free. It's funny, when I first saw them, I thought the cards that summoned random towers would be bad, since random effects are, on average, worse than non-random effects. They're just so undercosted. I mean, it's 2 mana, yeah, sometimes you hit a 0, but sometimes you hit a 4 or a 5 and it more than makes up for it. And more importantly, it uses spell mana, counts as a spell cast for trinkets that care about that kind of thing. Time like that. BF Rifle, that's a 5-cost card. We just got a free 3 mana out of that, which is pretty insane. Oops. Just throw out another beam cannon there, I guess. I mean, Spike Throw is just at 18.81 attack speed. So insane. What if we can get enough crit to really capitalize on that? I don't know. Like, its odds of critting are so high. Definitely need a little more card draw though. We have It does look like each individual card can triple. So we should be able to get 2 triple spike throwers and 2 triple beam cannon. Wait a minute, no, we have another beam cannon. Oh, that's because that's not triple, that's doubled. Just kidding. Don't need these thunders, really just using them for the reusable mana. Trinity Shield, enemies deal 1 less damage to you down to a minimum of 1, that's great. Love picking those up for free. Avid Reading seems like it's perfect for this kind of deck. So we'll take it. Could be a little expensive, but that's the way it goes. And care package is free. And gives us mana, which is great. Drop a beam cannon, let's ponder. Another beam cannon, let's ponder. Avid Reading. Upgrade the spike thrower. Care package while we can. Of course, it's another beam cannon. Sniper. Care package. Another beam cannon, alright. That might be able to hit, but it's a little hard to tell sometimes. And that's game. I mean, it was game anyway, but hitting Arcane Resonator, we just don't cast Thunder anymore. Hitting Arcane Resonator off of, or with a care package on it, as if it wasn't already a pretty easy run. Oh, well, the sniper will pick him off. Oh, just kidding, he got disabled. There we go. I had to spend some mana to re-enable him, which this deck will be very bad at doing, but that's okay. That'll just keep summoning random towers as things walk through. And it got me another one. Alright. Throw this one over here a little bit. We can basically just push waves now. I don't need to waste too much time on this level. Also not going to pay altogether too much attention to my placement, because at this point it's mood. Well, Riftmaker will move next round, but like my Riftmaker's back here. 2 3-star beam cannons. Now these do slow down a whole lot. At this point we'll just cast Thunder, get some more free stuns in there. Not that it matters. Check our trinket. Recharge 1 spell mana each round. I actually do like that, especially with care package. Increase maximum overload by 1, lose 3 health. Overload's basically useless, or 3 max health, and I definitely don't want to lose 3 max health. Increase maximum overload by 1, gain 90% less crystals. Alright, so those two are basically garbage, and this one is free, so... Or they're garbage in this case. How much crit do we have? 0.67? I don't hate Virtuoso. It is a 1-cost tower, but we do generate a little bit of free mana. And as fun as care package is, diversifying a little bit from that might be worth it. Is it though? We'll just skip it for now. If I had the crits give money trinket, I would take it, but attack speed, sure. Pick up the elite. Ooh, and avid readings Only 1 mana. That's always nice. Let's ponder. Let's ponder. Care package. Lasers, sure. Again, not going to overthink the placement too much because it's not overly relevant. Oh, that's game. Get lucky two levels in a row. Seems fine. Now we just don't cast our thunders, and we just get our free towers for a couple of rounds. After a couple of rounds pass, we can, but I just want to put the life absorber down there. This guy already attacks more than fast enough. Not that we're down any health at the moment, but the rest of the round pretty much plays itself. Probably don't even have to play any of those, but I'm going to. Tactical Garlic. Reduce enemy tenacity by 25%. Make them more vulnerable to stuns and slows. We'll take it. I don't know what's up with this. I don't know if this was like a throwback to something, but Garlic reducing enemy tenacity. Vampire Survivors had the same thing. At least in that it made sense for Garlic, but whatever. Could take another Avid Reading. Not too sad about that. The only risk we have right now is opening up a hand that looks like Avid Reading, Thunder. But if it happens, it happens. Oh, we actually just draw an extra card in the beginning too, so that's even harder to pull off. Accidentally pull off. Beam Cannon. There's our Avid Reading. We'll ponder into a couple of Spike Throwers. Let's see, we can get our free mana. If I do that. Get our free mana. I use the thunders early, but I get the free mana out of it, so I feel like it's probably worth it as long as this doesn't have any stealth guys on it. I could have also done it in the middle of the round, which I probably should have in retrospect, but same thing here. Alright, I don't need these. Oops. Alright, easy. So far this deck plays pretty straightforward. I've not tried Mystery Boost, and I'm not going to because of its cost in this particular deck, but I'm curious to see if that's any good. Let's see, we can go here, then here, then here. Pick up some extra crystals. Life Absorber. Just play the Avid Reading. It is a little tedious placing the towers every time, but we can thunder, avid reading. Go and get these down. Oh, of course. I only take 2, that's okay. We have enough regen for that. Do gotta be wary of that in the future though. Actually, I want to switch these. If you have seen my previous videos, I'm fairly certain we've got the sound issues fixed. Let me know if it's still hard to hear. We pass. Yeah, don't need any of those. Take the elite before the shop. Definitely avid reading. Beam, spike. Just play avid reading number 2. Spike. Cast. Ah. Didn't want to drag. Extra spell mana. I mean, I only have a maximum of 1, so it doesn't actually do anything because I already... Yeah, I already recharged 1 spell mana each round, so this actually does quite literally nothing for me. It's unfortunate. More spiky boys. Let me just go. Oops. Trying to play everything quickly enough. Another extractor that does nothing. Maybe it actually doesn't remove them from the deck. Maybe that's only for the spell one. It does seem like there's 2 3-stars. It's hard to know because sometimes I pick up random ones. No, maybe that is it. Alright. Tricking myself, playing mind games. War Totem. After getting the first level 3 tower, each combat summon a random tower. If there was a deck for it, it would be this one. We'll go and take Scrap Recycler. Scrap Recycler is great here. Rebound Shock is also pretty good here since we eventually... Like, we thin our deck out a lot faster. But I would just rather the Recycler for quicker thinning. And we'll hit the shop. I mean... Look, if you're on Ascension 0 and you just want to speed through it, grab Arsenal Gear, grab Air Support, grab... what's it called? Care Package. You'll just blow right through it. I'm not going to take it. I've done that enough times. And I don't think we actually need it. And also, for this deck, 5 is a bit high of a cost. So I can afford to pass on that. Is there something we want to remove? I don't hate removing a Thunder. Just to draw it less. Anything we want to duplicate? Duplicating Ponder's okay. Let's remove a Thunder. What if I just duplicate another Avid reading? Is that too much? That seems like too much. Yeah, that seems like too much. We'll just take the extra health, the armor and magic pen. And I'm actually just going to push through this a little bit faster. Now I wish I had the crystals, because this is an insane one, but you never know when you're going to hit it. Extra max health, sure. Into the boss. Cool. That's funny, because normally I'd be sad about getting a beam cannon off of a care package, but this is probably the one exception to that. These don't actually shoot very far. I gotta make sure I get them. I wonder if those stack. You know what? Oh, pay attention. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You normally draw 4. I don't think those actually stack. Or my max hand size is capping it. So maybe taking 2 of those was wrong. Very well be. Could very well be. Just throw all these down. That won't get me there, so we'll wait. I actually don't gain any mana now. That might be far enough now. Yeah, that'll actually start hitting things. Get an archer in here. Spike thrower. I could just slow down the game speed a little bit and actually be able to play these things fast enough, but that seems like something I don't want to do. Still don't think it's really necessary. I should probably stop playing those scrap guys. I don't have any crystals right now. I wonder what happens if I have 0 crystals, if it'll still let me play the scrap. I'm so used to in most of my games, I have ways to deal with stealth. I'm just so used to not having to actually pay attention to them. All this extra card draw is basically useless because I have nothing worth drawing. So I might have overdone it a little bit. Obtain a trinket. 1 more mana every round. Draw 1 more card each round. Start each combat with 1 mana less. Draw 1 more card each round. Shops have 2 fewer cards and trinkets. Well, I guess we're... Huh. Start with 3 mana. I don't really want to start with 1 less mana. I don't need a ton of mana. Fewer cards and trinkets. Yeah, that's fine. I could take another ponder. But again, I really don't feel like I need it. Take blinding light and never worry about stealth. But I have thunder, so I'll just skip. No sense going too nutty on it. Actually, I guess keeping the other thunder in was probably a good idea, because it let me abuse the reusable mana. So maybe I need to pick up another 0 mana spell. Little bit of an oversight there. Free BF rifle. Can't be mad about that. Not much to talk about on this deck, really. It pretty much plays itself. I'm curious if it can hold up. If it can hold up in the higher difficulties at all. Like, it is capable of producing a lot of early game turrets, but I'm not sure if it's got enough staying power. It's hard to tell because Ascension 0 doesn't require staying power. Corrosive Potion, sure. So here I could consider picking up another turret. If I still had another 0 mana spell, I might, but I kind of borked that a little bit. We're not transforming everything, as funny as that would be. 58% for a trinket, sure, and we miss. Those do scale off of luck, by the way. The correct play again would be just pick up all the gold we can, but I'm just going to kind of power through to the boss, because I don't think we need too much more anyway to be good. We'll actually play one of those. Sure. Alright, moving on. Doesn't really do much. Reducing tenacity is nice. But unless you have modifiers where they have a bunch of extra tenacity, it's not overly relevant. It's a nice freebie when you can get it for free. Or if you rely, I guess if you rely really heavily on crowd control, which like you always kind of sort of rely pretty heavily on crowd control, but you don't need a lot of it most of the time. It's possible that tower becomes mandatory at a high enough ascension. Like if things just have basically no tenacity, that those cards do little to nothing, then it's probably pretty relevant. And I'm just gonna make sure there's no stealth. And we'll Thunder Care Package. Ooh, free mana. Free mana, that's perfect. Because now I can Care Package a lot more frequently. Basically every turn. As long as I draw some spell. Actually, no, it is a return, right? Because now I get 1 mana of each type, yeah. Yep. So I should keep playing these. It was a little tedious playing all of these towers all of the time. But they're weak enough you basically have to play them, so... I will say if you are feeling lazy like I sometimes do, I would skip this deck for a while. Throw a Trick Room down. I don't know if these stack, like if the auras stack. I don't think they shoot at all. I think it's just a passive effect. Yeah, it's just a passive effect. One thing I'd be curious to find out is if a single scrap recycler can chain into itself. Like if you have no other cards in your deck except a single scrap recycler, if it'll just keep drawing itself. Not that that would be good, but... Book of Virtues. Prevent the first time you take damage. Recharges each combat. Awesome. Always a fan of that. Pass. Go event, delete event. Still not taking Wormhole. Okay. It does seem like they stack, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I draw an extra one off this for 5, 6, 7. What else drew me a card? I had this one for 1 more card, so that's 8. Yeah, okay. So I was just out of cards. They do stack, though. Just probably not actually worth it with how quickly I run out of cards. Love to hit a random lifesteal guy. Oops. Oh, pay attention. Disruptor is fine. 1 mana. It is cool that you get to start with all the zero cost cards if that's like the style of deck you want to try and play. Rather than hope to get lucky drawing those exact things and removing all the other garbage from your deck. It is pretty sweet. However, I think it cuts replayability of that deck by a lot. I mean, the same could be said for the other decks that have like the very narrow themes. But maybe that's good. It just encourages you not to play the same deck over and over again. At this point, I don't think any of this matters. Just kind of play the cards. Blood Amulet. Reduce... Oh, it's that one. Okay, awesome. Reduce enemy regen. Not overly necessary, but that's not something I'm sad to see. Again, I kind of borked myself cutting the other 0 mana spell from my deck. Otherwise I'd pick up something like Trick Room in this spot. We'll just go Event, Max Health, Rest Site, Upgrade, and we'll check the shop, which has, you can prevent your cards from discarding. I don't need that. Cryptic Command. Whoa, they nerfed this. I didn't notice that. This used to cost... Wait, yeah, I don't have anything that modifies it. This used to cost 3. They nerfed it. That's pretty funny. If you didn't see the video with infinite mana, this was a this was a part of that. I wouldn't think this card was that busted, but maybe I was wrong. I don't know. Is there a card I want to remove? I mean, I could just remove an Avid Reading because I really don't need 2 of them at this point. I could also duplicate Scrap Recycler since my money basically... Well, I'm going to do it because I want to test this. I'm only going to have 7 left at the end of this, and I just want to see if I can still play the Scrap Recyclers if I don't have any crystals. I assume I can, and that it'll just... it just won't reduce, but I'm curious to find out. That is pretty funny. And if you're not familiar with the way I do the boss fight, I think this soundtrack is banging, so I'm just gonna stop talking for the most part and crank the music. Alright, well that is the level 20 deck. A bunch of 0 mana turrets. Nothing too exciting. And that'll be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up, comment down below if there's any particular builds you'd like to see, or just to call me out on my mistakes. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. Really helps us out. And we'll catch you in the next one.